Crimes of a narcissist. Blame shifting. What is a narcissist? A narcissist is nothing more than a mental antagonist. They have a tendency to lure you in with little tidbits of concern or kindness before they pull the old bait and switch, leaving you completely stunned and paralyzed. And yet they feel entitled to your unconditional love. They feel deserving of your generosity and forgiveness, regardless of the fact that they fail to bestow any such qualities on you. A narcissist is always a taker and never a giver. And their fluctuating moods leave you scratching your head and scrambling for explanations. But challenging their ways just leads to even more unanswered questions, as a narcissist forever dodges the bullet. But nothing fears a narcissist more than having their persona under the microscope. Although, being the successful manipulative liars they are, they'll always have various tricks up their sleeve, waiting in reserve to allow the narcissist to slip away unscathed. Narcissists are very hard to pin down. They're unpredictable, and they can be unnervingly evasive. And they do an awfully good job of making you look bad. They make you feel guilty for bringing up their past, as though your need to talk about it is as questionable and as punishable as the crimes they choose to commit. Narcissists have a lopsided view on morals. They are never accountable for their own wrongdoings. Everybody else is wrong, and everybody else is to blame. I'll use one of my own examples. A psychic once believed that I was a bad child, which sent my mother's wrathful mindset into overdrive, and I was subject to horrific and senseless beatings. There is nothing to support the psychic's suspicions, and my mother knew that. My mother was actively looking for reasons to demoralize me, but she dumped the blame on the psychic. This is blame shifting. They will blame anyone apart from themselves. They'll even blame you. Everybody to the narcissist is a potential scapegoat. They will point blank deny all accusations or paint their warped interpretation of events and maintain that odd air of aloofness just to rile you even more. It's a corrupt move which prepares more instant gratification for the narcissist as they extract more supply by agitating you for a reaction. The narcissist takes delight in being able to elicit emotions, positive or negative, so long as it reaffirms their control over you. Blame shifting leaves you self-doubting, confused, and exasperated. It's an illogical mind game designed to undermine you in every way. And what they're doing is not harmless. It is not innocent play. It is not something we should take lightly, and it's certainly not something we should take pity on the narcissist, because they are and always have been in full control of their faculties. We're talking about control freaks after all. Control freaks who feel above reproach and entitled to cross all social norms and boundaries. They are ruthless murderers of morals, respect, integrity, and compassion, for these are the very things that the narcissist is sorely lacking and has contempt for. Narcissists are chronic party poopers, spoiled brats, and malevolent controllers. They cannot stand the happiness of others. They enjoy raining on your parade. They deliberately keep everyone in the dark about their underhand affairs, and should you ever find out, God have mercy. And they'll never ever give you validation. Any kindness they dole out is puny and often few and far between. Trying to receive a drop of clarity or sincerity from them is like trying to draw blood from a stone. So when it comes to a narcissist and their blame shifting, do not accept anything but the absolute truth. Anything else, aside from a confession of their dark motives, is white noise. By tolerating or excusing them of their blame shifting, we are compromising our feelings, our values, our mental health, and we're also enabling the toxic cycle. We are talking about repeated insidious acts, not an isolated incident. It is about time that we challenge the narcissist MO. For every time their behavior goes undetected, another victim suffers. Blame shifting also runs the risk of affecting your psychological, emotional, and physical well-being. It sends you on a never-ending tailspin, on an endless quest for answers when the real answers lie within the narcissist, purposefully hidden for your self-destruction. Blame shifting, no matter how trivial, plants seeds of doubt and poisonous thought processes, needlessly distracting your focus from more rewarding and more important tasks. It drains you of all your precious energy as your mind works tirelessly, trying to get answers, solutions, and closure. Your personal well-being starts to take a back seat, and everything, including your health, is on the slide. Anxiety, lowered self-esteem, and sleepless nights take over. Meanwhile, the narcissist is quietly chuckling to themselves in the knowledge that they're the center of your universe. Narcissistic abuse is a heavy burden to bear and can cause long-term suffering to its victims, sometimes for many years to come. Not only is blame shifting detrimental to you, as it invalidates your intelligence, your feelings, and denies closure, it's also counterproductive to the narcissist. It inhibits their ability to go within and accept full responsibility for their mistakes. It stunts their personal growth, keeping them enslaved in this juvenile delinquent state. Blame shifting is a double-edged sword. Justice is withheld, and the narcissist is trapped in their self-invented prison. And that is why blame shifting is a crime. It's a crime against integrity, humanity, and love. Ultimately, blame shifting ends up benefiting no one, as the narcissist victims eventually tire, fight back, or leave. Meanwhile, the narcissist never grows any capacity to experience true happiness, and the longer they continue to play their games, the darker their world becomes. So if you stand for love, compassion, and sanity, then you must protect your universe from these heartless destroyers. They have no conscience, and there are no limits to how much or what they will take from you. Narcissism is a personality disorder. It is not a mental illness that can be treated with medication. The narcissist is fully conscious of their condition and chooses to exercise their will in the most destructive manner. They cannot be fixed because they do not believe that they are broken. So the more a narcissist remains unchanged, the faster and farther should you run. There is nothing wrong with loving them, but please choose to do so from a safe distance for your own sake. You will never be heard, and you can never save them. And neither do you need the reminders of the past or to bear witness to future offenses. The more contact you have with these people, the more withdrawn, isolated, and hopeless you'll become. I know it's hard to comprehend that there are people who could be so hateful and malicious, and I know it's even more disturbing that these people may happen to be your supposed family members, your partner, your friends, your colleagues, or even your own children. However, we need to stop overcompensating or justifying their villainous behavior. They're the ones that need to be held accountable for their deviant inclinations. Accept that blame shifting is another form of abuse. It's another tool in the narcissist's arsenal used to disarm, control, and injure. It is not intended to serve you in any way. Dismiss your narcissist's attempt to deploy logic and reason against you, and trust your feelings. A person who genuinely loves you would never want to hurt you, would never minimize your feelings, or stand by their venomous words or actions. We need to heal and forgive ourselves for falling for their tricks time and time again. And just because we've become their prey doesn't mean that we're naive or stupid. It's quite the contrary. Narcissists target those who are intelligent, logical, and empathetic, but because they lack any integrity, they use these wonderful traits against us. In fact, there are a million good reasons why you were chosen, so please don't beat yourself up. For you possess truly special qualities which are the envy of all narcissists, which is exactly why they want to destroy you. We can take some comfort in the fact that we are the stronger ones. Despite the hell they put us through, we will always have a greater ability to love and experience real happiness than they ever will. So reclaim yourself, reclaim your power, and stand by your morals. If they aren't with you, then they're most definitely against you. And don't feel sorry for the narcissist, as they're not the real victim here. You are. Blame shifting is cowardly, psychologically damaging, and only adds more insult to your injuries. Do yourself a favor. Develop zero tolerance for blame shifting. Honor your hurt feelings, and when the time is right, make that decision to end your turmoil by leaving the narcissist to rot.